Welcome to the Fantasy Hotline.
Where we talk about your wildest fantasies.
Elves, dragons, wizards who control the world secretly, and chosen ones.
We're your hosts. I'm Claire.
And I'm Chris.
Wow, welcome.
Yeah.
This is our third episode, but part 2 of Gideon the Ninth.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we should just get right into it.
Yeah. First off, apologies for the last episode because we're getting new at this. We're still new at this, not getting new. I don't know if that doesn't make sense, but we realized that when you're dealing with a big old thick book, you gotta kind of maybe outline it. I feel like though I did review like my notes from the first half. I don't think we did that bad of a job. No, not at all. We
ended in the right place.
Yeah. I feel like we just put on a blindfold and just took some swings at the piñata. We hit it a couple times pretty hard.
Yeah, we're getting some candy, but mostly dizzy and sick.
Mm-hmm. The blindfold is off today.
Yeah, the blindfold's off.
It's all candy.
It's all candy, baby. So.
Yeah, so we left off at the Act 4.
End of Act 3. So the fourth house is dead and shit's hitting the fan. Everyone's losing their minds. And Gideon and Harrow kind of have this falling out over Dulcinea, which we did talk about. So she's haughty with a blood disease,
yep.
which makes her hotter, obviously.
Yeah, she's like, because Gideon's got this damsel in distress, I'll rescue you.
Yeah, Gideon has some toxic masculinity that
How dare she?
that she's internalized.
Yeah, and basically Gideon is for helping her out and like kind of joining teams.
She has empathy for her, and I think I was kind of like annoyed at this point because Harrow and Gideon had been like on the right track, and then the Dulcinea thing happens, and Harrow's like, "You're an idiot." Like they kind of have another falling out essentially, and I was like, "No, guys,
you guys
like
are
you're supposed to be friends."
They keep coming in, and then separate. Like just when you're like, "All right, we're finally seeing that they're the teammates they've always been destined to be," and then really it's Harrow being kind of petty.
I know. I think. Look, I wrote this down. They're both 17, 18. They've literally never been around anyone else their own age. Like if that was me, I'd have a crush on the first like insect I saw.
Yeah.
I'd be like, yeah, you're an iridescent shell.
Oh
like
my God.
You're so hot.
You have an interesting blood disease. That's so cool.
Yeah, exactly. Like they're not socialized. And even Gideon, like I assume Harrow was on her planet like writing letters all the time to people or whatever.
Yeah, sure. Maybe.
Correspondence.
Maybe that's my one critique for Tamsyn Muir is every like fourth sentence go, "Oh, by the way, they're 17." I
need a reminder.
Because I kept forgetting. I was just like, how are they? Because they're doing adult shit.
I'm like, they are 30.
Yeah, you got to be 30 years old to be on a spaceship without adult supervision.
I know, but it's like just children being thrown to dust.
Yeah, so they go on the end of the fort.
They have this fight.
And they are not boys anymore.
Yeah, this is a very like, we were boys, we're not boys. Is a not dudes rock moment. This is a dudes are kind of feeling really in their feelings.
And then Harrow like forbids her.
Yeah, which obviously is going to make her
want to go there more.
Do more stuff.
Because they're children. Again, sentence number 4. By the way, they're children.
By the way, we're reading about teens.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like a big pitfall. Well, not a pitfall, but as you age and you're reading fantasy, you're like, yep, just another 17-year-old protagonist that me, 30-year-old woman, is reading about and identifying with maybe too much.
And right before this all happened, the 8th house came up to Gideon like alone in the hallway and was like, "Your family,
yes,
they're a bunch of buzzkills, worse than us."
Exactly. Like, you thought we were bad? Yeah. Wait till we tell you what happened on your planet when you were born.
But they suck more. So
I think of all the so she has a falling out with Harrow. They're kind of on the outs again, and then she takes tea essentially with the 8th house with Colum and Silas, who I imagine them as like Amish but washed out. Like everything about them is pale. They kind of like look like Pepto-Bismol kind of.
Sickly but also like weirdly like just the most stoic.
Like you hit them and it would be really hard if you were to hit them.
But they're like pale and like gaunt eyed.
Yeah. And Colum's like haunted by his soul getting siphoned out and being like bred for that, which you kind of find out in this conversation. Yeah. So then she finds out that there were 200 other children that all died and she was supposed to die, but she didn't. and nobody knows why.
Yeah, there were 200 children on the 9th planet. A whole generation of children died. So it was kind of, you were like, at the beginning, you're like, so are they the only kids, or there's no one else?
Yeah, it's kind of confusing, and I think she does that on purpose. Mm-hmm. What do you think?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, she makes it seem normal.
Yeah,
because you're from Gideon's perspective, and she's like only had, Yeah,
it's very like first God, I should know. Like it's first person POV essentially, even though it's not written in first person. It's like all Gideon's perspective. So she doesn't think it's weird to grow up on a coffin planet with no other children.
Yeah, that's what she thought there were. Everyone else is a skeleton.
Yeah.
And like, what else is she? And she doesn't know anything else. So, yeah. Then she finds all this out from what's his name? Silas and Colm, and then something happens where Silas wants to kill her.
Yeah. So basically, he reveals to her that he, in his opinion, clearly is like the Ninth House did something terrible. And that's why all the children are dead. And Gideon is like this freak. And that's why Harrow's parents were terrified of Gideon, because she's this random baby that survived this terrible poisoning that turned the ants blind.
Everyone
and like
was supposed
killed
to die.
everyone. Yeah. And they were just like, oh my God, like what is she? And they never found out. So this makes Gideon, one, cooler, and two, kind of makes her hate Harrow more.
Yeah. So she's like, okay, there's even more that's being kept from me.
Yeah, totally. She's like, I get the fuck out of here.
There's more evil about you and your fucking shitty family. So, but then what happened? Silas is like,
there's everyone's still kind of vying for the keys.
And so Silas is like, give them to me.
And then him and Colm get into it. And Colm is like,
we told her that we would respect her as a guest and all that stuff.
Colm's like a man of his word. Silas is a little leech. And then I kind of imagine, like, she leaves, they don't fight, but you kind of get this weird, you're like, what's going to happen to Colm? Yeah. Like, Silas is going to, like, soul torture him or something fucked up.
Yeah, Gideon, like, gets out of there because Colm takes Silas's attention away from him. He's like, well, you know what? I'm going to fucking fight you.
Yeah, he stands up, and Silas is like, okay, this is weird.
Yeah.
I'm in charge.
So then Gideon goes back to,
No, she finds the head.
Yeah.
She finds the head. So the missing body, or the body in the incinerator, turns out to be Dulcinea's. What? Oh my God, I was going to say necromancer. Cavalier,
yeah.
Do you ever want to pronounce it Cavalier?
Cavalier. Did you do that for like half the book? And
no,
then go, oh my God, it's Cavalier.
I just did it now, but when I feel like when I would read books growing up, I would not know how to. I would be reading like words that I didn't know how to say out loud, and so there'd be a big disconnect. One time in 6th grade, I said hypothesis in front of the class instead of hypothesis.
Oh, good.
Got roasted for that one, mate.
Oh yeah, mate. They roasted me for that one, mate.
The reason why I'm saying that is because all my roommates are watching Love Island.
Oh, so you say mate all the time.
So they're just like, oh, I'm gonna have a cheeky little drink, mate. I'm like, okay, I'm assimilating.
This is kind of like Love Island.
Yeah, this is Love Island, but with
skeletons
violence.
And killing each other. And so then she finds the head.
Yeah.
And then she's like, okay, what the fuck? She basically thinks that it was Harrow.
Yeah, she's like, Harrow's a murderer. She murdered 200 kids. Now she married,
she married this head.
Now she's gonna fuck this head.
Yeah, she beheaded somebody.
Yeah,
who's is the cavalier of someone she really, really likes.
Yeah, and it's like if you cut the head off of the best friend of someone's crush, they're gonna be mad.
Yeah, it'd make me mad for sure.
So she bangs into Palamedes' room, who's he's like hot professor. What do you think?
Yeah. He's like I imagined him a little younger than a professor. I just imagined him as like the future.
He's like a genius.
Yeah. He was he's kind of a prodigy boy. And
he's like the 5th grader in the 8th grade class.
He knows. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, he knows what's right and what's wrong. So, and he's always been kind of a moral compass for. Throughout the show, the book.
Yeah, this is TV to me.
Yeah, well, it's
very kind vivid. Of balances them. He's been the intermediary between Harrow. Him and Camilla have been the intermediaries between Harrow and
the other houses.
Gideon.
Yeah,
too.
Oh, those
like,
two.
Going down to the laboratory for the first time. Blah blah blah. So she comes out with it, and I like this because it was the first time like you see Gideon really let loose emotionally and explain why she blames herself for things or whatever, and. It's good that she does this because we find out that Harrow didn't kill the head was already severed from the body.
Yeah. we find out that he's a construct, right?
Yeah, I think that's the word.
Yeah. He's a necromantic construct that Dulcinea has been powering the whole time.
Yes.
So in this moment, they're like, oh, fuck, she's pretty strong. Like,
yes, yeah.
She's a hell of a wizard.
And I just think that at this point, I was reading it and I was like, okay, there's like a 90% chance that like any character's a necromantic construct.
Yeah,
at this
that really
point.
introduces another twist where they're like, okay, by the way, these people that appear to be people they're just skeletons, really. Like they.
And aren't we all?
We're all just skeletons, man. Some of us are under other people's control too.
Yeah, underneath my body, there's actually bones.
We're all just
crazy.
We're all just bones, bro.
So they then this comes to like, I think. Honestly, this was the climax of the book. The next big scene, which is the bath scene.
Oh yeah.
The horny bath scene.
Did they bang?
No.
They didn't. At least not on paper.
No. This is
slept there together or something like that, or they just held
each other in the water. It was like, all the things she said, running through my head. Yeah. Do you remember the music video?
Yeah. It was, and I was like, I was reading it and I was like, okay, things are about to get sexy. This is the lesbian thing.
And guess what? Classic lesbian fashion. Nothing fucking happened.
They just held each other.
I was excited to ask you about this because I was like, do I remember it wrong? Did they hook up?
I don't think they hooked up. Or at least it was very veiled the way she wrote it or something like that.
I don't think they hooked up. They just were like.
They were just like, we got to touch naked bodies.
Yeah. Were they naked in the pool?
I assume if you get into a pool, you're probably naked. I was naked. It was naked.
For you, it was naked?
Yeah, and then when I was reading it, I got naked. No, I accidentally said I was naked. No, I imagined them naked. I imagined them naked.
And what does that say about you?
Well, I'm an old perv. I was really hoping things would happen.
I guess I
gotta say. I was like, okay, this is why it says lesbian necromancers in space.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that I was hoping that lesbian stuff would happen.
You're right.
Yeah.
I think we were kind of cheated by that lesbian stuff. Didn't really happen.
Yeah.
And also in my head, they were, wearing the same outfits as in the Tattoo music video. No, for some reason I was like, they are wearing all their clothes in the pool.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. It was like
they were naked, but Harrow was like painted up skeleton style.
God, that's so much work to put all that makeup on every day.
Poor
so
lady.
Stressful. I like put on mascara and I'm like, oh, I look different.
But that's a good point right there that you made in the outline.
Ooh, okay.
That this is a big foreshadowing moment.
Yes,
too.
Because they come down, they go one flesh, one end. We are committing to like being on each other's page. And before we move on from this, I just want to say this is why I think the tagline of the book was a reason why I didn't read it. Because there were like lesbian necromancers in space. Like this is definitely an erotic scene.
Yeah.
But like it felt like giving credit to something that like wasn't explicit, but that's just my opinion. Like right. I think like obviously Gideon is like not straight because she like is reading these titty mags and
and she's always commenting on how hot people are.
Yeah. She's like Corona blinded me.
Yeah, she's clearly into women for sure.
Yeah, but I felt like, and reading what other people were saying about this scene online, I was like, other people read this as like really romantic, and I'm like, these are like really traumatized like teenagers, like who I think there's something there, like they have a deep relationship.
Yeah,
but
they were just like, we're the two survivors of a giant genocide.
Yeah,
that my parents did to children. There's a baby genocide, and they were like, we should probably be close. Come on, get naked. Let's get in this. Let's get in the pool.
Let's
go hold each other naked about it a little bit.
And then you also learn that she looked at the thing that's in the tomb that the Ninth House is guarding, which is like another hot girl,
little hot girl.
Yeah. Okay. I was also a little confused. I was like, is hot girl good? Hot girl bad?
Yeah. Well, the tomb isn't supposed to not be open.
Yeah.
The door that's never to be.
And Harrow like astral projected in there kind of or something.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
She magicked her way in.
Yeah.
I think she opened it. She opened the door.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think she opened the door.
Damn, I'm like, doors closed, clothes on.
No. I think she opened the door and their clothes were off.
Okay, so she's naked again at this point.
Yeah.
And also, girl in the tomb, naked.
Naked, probably.
Definitely
naked. Come on. I mean, everyone wants everyone. I mean, as a reader of every book, I'm like, please, let's someone's got to do it.
Someone's got to take some clothes off. So to me, this was like the climax because you finally are done with like the back and forth between Harrow and Gideon, and you're like, fuck yeah, they are a team, and that sets up for the rest of the shit to go to hell.
They're like, there's a big old
an air horn,
like a big old guitar and some explosions behind them as they emerge naked from the bath, and
everyone's like, okay, they're naked.
So then next they're kind of, they come out boys, and
it's dudes rock again.
Yeah.
And I'm appropriating dudes rock for necromantic lesbians.
They find out that the Cannon House priests have been killed.
Yeah, and also they're fucking constructs.
Yeah,
which they already thought.
Yeah, they're bones.
Yeah, they're bone guys. So the second house, if you remember, they're all the army people. The cops basically have wanted to send a SOS signal to the Emperor. The constructs are like, the Emperor cannot fucking come here. Can you please chill? Abolition now. And they fight to the death about it. And we kind of just see the aftermath, and they're like, no, we can't help you. You both are like dead, essentially.
Yeah.
And then one's still alive. Jean-Marie's still alive, I think.
Jean-Marie, yeah.
Jean-Marie is still alive with her baguette stabbed through her stomach.
No, Magnus.
No, Magnus. Oh, no, it's not Jean-Marie. Jean-Marie's a 14-year-old.
Oh, she died. She woke up in the bed and was stabbed a bunch. Yeah.
God, what is the captain's name?
Damn it.
Judith Deuteronomy or something.
Oh, yeah. Doo-doo
head.
Doo-doo Momerus or something like that.
Doo-doo Momerus.
Judith is right.
Judith is right.
Damn it.
Well,
damn it. All right. Well,
you know what? You guys know who we're talking about.
Yeah, some people killed the fuck out of each other.
Yeah, so kind of like, okay, bloodbath number 1. And then they find Coronabeth crying, right? That's like the next part.
Yeah.
And also like the island's starting to get all freaky.
Yeah.
Like the castle's falling apart.
Like shit is falling off the wall. Yeah. And then they find a Yanthe basically with the last key. And the Yanthe, to jog memories, well, everybody knows. Hopefully you've read it. Hopefully you're not just listening to this going like, okay, I have no idea what they're talking about.
They're like, we want to see their feet.
Yanthe is kind of like the not hot twin.
Yeah, Yanthe and Coronabeth were like, we're both necromancers, and we have one cavalier, Naberius turn.
Yeah, but it turns out that Yanthe is like the better necromancer of the two, because everyone's always paying attention to Coronabeth because she's hot.
Well, I think Coronabeth didn't have any necromantic power, and they were like, our dad would have killed her or something.
Yeah, she was like literally there to distract from Yanthe's.
Yeah, so Yanthe was like, had to pretend to be Coronabeth's like necromantic person.
Oh,
she would like cast all the spells for her. She did spells for 2.
Yeah, because
that's why she was so good.
Right. Okay. All right. Yes. That's right.
So at this point, we're all kind of like, I feel like at this point, did you have any idea what lictorhood was going to be?
No, we knew it was immortality.
Yeah.
And there was this whole one flesh, one, but I had no idea that.
Same.
That when she revealed that it's basically you absorb your cavalier's soul.
Yeah, you kill them and then you absorb your soul, which is like,
so you become 2 people.
Yeah, and it's so fucked because the whole book is all about like, you hear nonstop like the necromancer cavalier relationship is the most important thing, and then you have to kill the person that's most important to you to achieve this.
And she tells everyone that, and she's already done that. She's already achieved lictorhood.
And it's like not going well. Naberius Turn did not want to be killed by her.
No, it's got to be kind of an agreement between the 2 souls.
Yeah.
She's like 2 like tearing souls right now.
Yeah.
Because he was not in.
I know. I kind of was like, why didn't she pick Coronabeth?
Well,
because she had all the knife skills. This is chopped.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, because Coronabeth, remember she like randomly tries to fight Gideon at one point, and Naberius is like, do not do that. Don't. You'll give it away.
Right. I don't know. That's such a good point.
I thought that was a big question where I'm like, Coronabeth is definitely going to show up in a later book, maybe. Because you'd think, because Coronabeth is crying and saying, why didn't she pick me? And everyone's like, ew.
Yeah.
And I also thought that was interesting that everyone's reaction is not like, okay, we can be lictors now. They're like, this is the most fucked up shit.
Yeah, they're like, no way. Yeah. Which is what you would do, I feel like.
Yeah.
Like they're like immortality or like kill your best friend. I'd be like, I don't want to
live forever. Yeah. Immortality has never appealed to me.
So then Silas and Colum freak out, right?
Yeah, Silas is like, attack. This is bad.
Yeah.
He calls her an abomination. And starts fighting.
Yeah. Yeah, and then what happens with Colum again?
Okay, so remember when Magnus and Abigail die?
Yeah.
And teacher's like, stop trying to siphon in here. You can't siphon.
Yeah.
And like something will come out, a monster will come out. And so Silas is like, teacher's not there to tell him no.
Yeah.
So he does it. And Ianthe, immediately we see she's insanely powerful.
Yeah.
We're like, oh my God. She like turns into goo and like is doing all this crazy shit.
And she gets the sword fighting abilities of her cavalier too.
Poor Naberius.
So you can tell, like, there's one line that Gideon says, like, that was pure Naberius, or something like that. Like, because she's like a student of sword, she can really see what people's moves look like.
And then,
so yeah, the monster fucking possesses Colum. Colum, yeah, sorry. Yeah.
And I can't remember. Colum somehow works. Sounds like the same name to me.
Colum. They're both real Irish.
Yeah. And the eyes become teeth. I love that detail. I was thinking about it a lot. I was like, teeth, eyes.
Like, did you imagine mouths, like little mouths?
I imagined like circles.
Yeah.
But mouths kind of cool too.
I imagine like little mouths with teeth in them. They're like, rah, rah.
So, that makes my eyes hurt.
Yeah. Rah, rah, rah. And then, so then just basically everything shit hits the fan.
Yeah. And
everyone starts fighting.
And no one knows where Palamedes is. They're like, what the fuck? And so Gideon runs to get Palamedes.
Yeah.
And sees him confront Dulcinea, who is not
Dulcinea.
Yeah,
Dulcinea was killed
we never met that bitch.
Yeah, she was also part of the bones in the incinerator or whatever.
Yeah.
She was immediately killed before even on her plane because who she actually is Cytherea.
I was trying to set this up so I didn't have to say her name.
Cytherea the First, who was the seventh lictor. So she was the lictor of the seventh house. From the very beginning of time or whatever. Yeah. The beginning of this.
When they resurrected everything, which is also unclear. Like, were all the people dead and they came back? Did he make like thousands of babies appear?
Do you like that when books kind of do more of like a soft world build where they're kind of vague and they write it with the assumption that everybody knows what happened and you don't really get to find out?
I think I like it if the payoff is good, but as I just know myself, I get so frustrated. Like, I read The Road by Cormac McCarthy, right? Yeah. And he never tells you why the world is that way. Yeah. And I was like, fuck this book. Yeah. Like, come on. I like to know. I felt satisfied with this one. Because it's the beginning of the trilogy, and I'm like, okay, we're gonna find stuff out.
More details. Yeah.
What
it's a great first book for a trilogy.
Oh my God, yeah, it was incredible.
Because it can kind of stand alone almost.
I think so too.
This is bothering me. There's
Chris just like got stuck in the headphones.
Don't want to rip them out. What was I gonna say? I don't know. I kind of like real hard world building. Like, if I can know everything about everything, like the histories are talked about a lot and stuff, but that ends up being real thick Game of Thrones type books.
I don't know. The payoff and the pacing here made up for the soft world build, I think. So yeah, she's pissed. Cytherea's like, I was the same as Dulcinea. She has this like fucked up blood cancer. Yeah. And Palamedes is like, I knew you weren't Dulcinea because guess what? Me and Dulcinea have been in love forever. Yeah. And writing letters is so cute.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So cute.
So he's like, I knew you were someone fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he accelerates her blood cancer to like sicko mode. Blood cancer unstoppable. And tries to like explode her basically.
Yeah. Tries to cancer her to death real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so fucking crazy.
Yeah, do not let Susan G. Komen know about this.
Yeah, Palamedes has some bad, because he was kind of like the doctor necromancer, so he can also, it turns out, reverse his...
Yeah, I hit the mic with my head, everyone.
He can like reverse his healing abilities and speed up illnesses. And yeah, there's also a little detail about like the blood cancer. Apparently, Dulcinea revealed earlier that when you're like close to death as a necromancer, it makes you more powerful.
Yes, and so everyone's kind of horny for like
how powerful she is.
Yeah, and the like her essentially like debilitating disease, which she feels like mixed about.
Yeah, it turns out the whole seventh house was like, oh no, this is a good thing.
Yeah. So Cytherea's is been secretly sabotaging everyone. So she's been killing. She's the behind the bone construct.
Yeah.
And she's been killing everyone. And you think kind of, oh my God, she's definitely dead. And 2 pages later, nope, she's completely fine.
Yeah. And she's a great sword. She starts sword fighting Ianthe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so they start dueling.
No, she fights Camilla first.
Oh, right.
And then like Ianthe, everyone kind of starts to team up. Everyone shows up and they all start fighting Cytherea.
Cytherea, and what's Cytherea's goal?
She wants to kill God, which is the Emperor.
She broke away from all the other lictors.
Well, she's been alive for 10,000 years with like debilitating blood cancer, and she talks about how her Cavalier thought like it would heal her, you know? And so the Cavalier, you kind of get the sense that the initial lictors were like, we are serving our purpose. And it was like this kind of
but she
willing
did it selfishly because she has cancer.
No, I feel like the Cavaliers gave themselves up for their necromancers in like
that's what you mean. Sorry, I thought
No, I get what you're saying.
Lictor and Cavalier, I was getting those crossed up.
Lictorvier.
So you're saying that she was just done. She was done she wanted to kill God and like bring the whole thing down.
I think she resented the God figure for the Emperor or whatever. We don't know his name yet, I think.
For not curing her, really.
Yeah, and for promising them eternal life at such a great cost of killing your best friend.
Yeah.
And they've had like 10,000 years to be like, oh my fucking God, I miss my best friend.
Yeah.
Like, this sucks.
Yeah.
Like, I think it sounds like they thought it was going to be one thing and now they really regret it.
Mm-hmm. So she wants to kill God so she can die, basically.
I think,
you think so?
Yeah. Maybe. But apparently this is why Teacher didn't want the Emperor to come, because
he knew
he can die. The only place he can be killed is this first world.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Because he's got his spaceship. Sorry,
I don't know.
This book has just got so many details. I should read it 4 times.
I know. I feel like I did reread multiple scenes and I'm still like, what the heck? But that's why it's good.
It's amazing. It's such a good book. And the world building is just like, it's out
incredible.
of this world.
Okay. Wow. Someone got a catchphrase.
The world building is out of this world. That's not a good catchphrase at all.
So then everyone's backed into a corner. Everyone's fighting Cytherea. She cuts Ianthe's arm off. She's like, I'm going to use you as a battery. And that was the scariest thing for me. This whole book, I was just like, I would not want to be a battery. That sounds so bad.
And you get to know what that's like because we talked about it in part 1 where Gideon is used as a battery and it's like excruciating pain and like in and out of blindness and
her retinas like fall off, and that makes my eyes hurt.
Yeah, your eyes have hurt a lot this
more than the teeth. Retina's being cut off more than the teeth. And then, well, do you want to say the big
No, you do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is the part I reread this page like 5 times.
Yeah.
Because I was like, what?
I know, because it was so casual.
Yes. Which I'm sure she fucking did. I know. I was like, wait, what? So Gideon, Camilla, and Harrow are like realizing they're going to lose. They're going to die or something worse is going to happen to them.
Yeah. And Ianthe's being drained.
And they know the secret of lictorhood. And so Harrow kills herself. I mean, no. Oh my God. Gideon kills herself.
Gideon kills herself
by falling on a fence.
Yeah, like falling. She like. Yeah.
It was like her body hit the stakes with a hump or something like that.
But why did I imagine that like Harrow was like falling was lying amongst the spikes?
I don't know. I had a hard time envisioning this
like
too.
She fell onto the spikes that were also on to Harrow. That I don't know. I read it wrong. Probably.
No, maybe that makes. I mean, that's kind of horny. That makes sense.
Yeah, they kind of like.
I was thinking the spikes were like right in front of her, and she was just like, okay, and like fell over at a 90-degree angle, just like. Boop.
But so basically, she joins. She makes Harrow a lictor.
Yes.
And Harrow kind of is like, don't.
Yeah.
And Gideon's like, I'm gonna do it, which is.
Classic Gideon.
Yeah, she's like, don't even tell me what to do ever again.
I know, you never can do this. Bye.
And so they become one person, which makes them real powerful.
Yeah, which is the foreshadowing of the pool scene. One flesh, one end.
Yeah, so they become lictors, or Harrow becomes a lictor.
Yeah.
It's not a they thing.
No.
Because they're not 2 people anymore. It's just Harrow's soul has joined.
Yeah, and it's still kind of unclear, like, fully what happens, because, like, you know, Ianthe and Nibirius were like having that internal struggle.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, well, Harrow and Gideon like aren't because they were close, but what happens to get like is there any sort of consciousness remaining? I was like, there cannot be 2 more books without Gideon.
Yeah.
I'm addicted to Gideon.
I know. I would like to hear her speaking. Well, I'm sure we will. I'm sure
there
we
can't.
will.
I know. I'm excited.
Anyway. So yeah, they become badass lictors, or Harrow becomes a fucking lictor, and with Gideon's ability to sword fight be like in her soul now, they're able to defeat Cytherea, the seventh.
And does she like die, or do they?
It's kind of unclear.
Yeah,
it's like kind of a big cataclysmic defeat. She definitely loses.
Yeah,
but can they die?
Yeah, we don't know that.
And then, did Ianthe die? She lost an arm.
Yeah, we don't know. Basically, that's end of Act 4, and then Act 5 is Harrow meeting the Emperor.
Yeah, she wakes up, right?
Yeah, and
on a spaceship. And
then she wakes up, on the Emperor's spaceship. And also, I'm kind of like, everyone loves this Emperor, but he seems like and he's like, my hope was that everyone would work together, figure this out, and then make like a nice choice about whether you wanted to do it or not. And it's kind of like, well,
he's creepy, kind of like Teacher. Ish, where you know that something's being hidden.
Yeah, there's no way.
But Teacher didn't really end up having much hidden. He was
just bones.
He was just not a person. Yeah.
Well, I feel like it's interesting because the way she writes the Emperor is very like, everyone trusts him, everyone loves him. Like, I just feel like as the reader, based on what I've read this whole book, is like, I don't think he's gonna be as good as he sounds.
No, I mean,
like something's gonna be weird.
It's culty. He's culty.
Yeah, it's culty vibes.
Yeah.
But the other key detail is that no one else's body was recovered. So Camilla, ? Ianthe is a question mark?
She's there, I thought.
Oh, she's there. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so we're not sure if she dies, but we know she's getting fucked up by Cytherea, and then she's there. Her and Harrow are brought.
Oh, yeah. They're both on the shuttle, you're right.
Yeah.
So Gideon body, don't know where it is. Cytherea's body, like he was just like, we only found you two or something.
It's basically, it's a heavy setup for a second book. And the second book is called Harrow the Ninth.
Obviously.
Yeah, and it's from Harrow's perspective.
Did you read the little prologue-y thing?
I did, yeah.
I was like, my mind is fucked. This is what is going to happen.
I'm excited.
Me too.
Yeah, and we'll probably cover the second book later on.
Yeah, we're going to have like an 1800 slide PowerPoint.
Yeah, at this point. But yeah, it was a great book. So what should we do? Marry, fuck, kill?
Yeah, of course.
And maybe celebrity cat, like after we know about the whole.
Now that we know about the whole thing.
Now we know about the whole thing.
Yeah.
I'll say I think Ianthe could have been played by Aubrey Plaza.
But I think she's too hot.
Yeah,
I was thinking Mia Wasikowska because she's so pale.
Neo, I guess.
She's in
who that is.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory or something. No. Wrong childhood thing. She's not Charlie. She's in they did a live action Alice in Wonderland.
How do you spell her name?
It's very Polish, so put a consonant where you don't think it belongs,
and
you'll probably get it right.
Okay, well, I'll believe you.
Okay. Or like, I feel like Cytherea could have been like Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Or Tilda Swinton.
But
she'd have to like turn into Tilda Swinton from
but
Dulcinea.
Like big head, tiny, sickly body.
Yeah, huge eyes.
Yeah.
Anime eyes almost.
I definitely pictured like Dulcinea as like sickly, kind of like that, like if Tilda 10-15 years ago.
Yeah. I also felt like Palamedes could be Paul Bettany, but Paul Bettany as a teenager. Like every actor I'm thinking of is like 40.
I imagined like what's his name, not Hugh Grant, the other guy, Jude Law.
Oh yeah, that similar vibe.
Yeah,
I agree.
Like kind of the professorial. I imagined him with
little glasses.
Round glasses.
Yeah.
For some reason, I know this is a weird one. I imagine Silas was John Turturro, if you know.
Why can't I remember? I know who you're talking about.
He's like, have you seen The Big Lebowski?
Yes.
The guy Jesus in The Big Lebowski,
okay.
like the bowler who's like doing this with his balls, and he's like, "Don't fuck with Jesus." Like that's him. I don't know why. He just kind of like is.
He's already got too much like vim and vigor to be Silas, but I'm with you on the vision.
Or you know who else could have played Silas? What's his name? Who plays Monk?
Tony Shalhoub.
Yeah, Tony Shalhoub. Or he could have been Colm.
Yeah.
Colm could have been Tony Shalhoub.
I keep seeing this guy from high school named Colin when I thought about Colin because like their physical personalities or physical descriptions matched. Anyway, Colin, if you're listening to this podcast, I'm sorry, man.
Sorry, bud.
Sorry. I'm trying to think of who else. Like I thought of God as being like Jeff Bridges, maybe.
For sure. Yeah, someone culty.
We're pulling everyone from the Big Lebowski into this movie.
Yeah, who does what's her name in that? Sigourney. Is
it Sigourney Weaver?
No,
it's not Susan Sarandon.
It's the third redheaded person.
God.
Julia.
Julianne Moore. It's Julianne Moore. Julianne Moore. Thank you to our wonderful producer, Christine.
Julianne Moore is who?
Julianne Moore could be Cytherea too. I feel like, and then who for Camilla? Because I keep thinking about Brienne of Tarth.
I agree. I immediately thought of Brienne of Tarth,
but I see her having like a really intense bob.
Bob, huh?
Like a bob haircut.
Yeah.
Do you know what that is?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, he doesn't
jog my memory.
He does not know it. A bob is when it's a short haircut, like I'm doing the downward angle.
That's what I thought, but I wasn't sure. I didn't want to.
You know what? It's okay to be vulnerable here.
No, I didn't want to commit, so I couldn't.
You might say something really offensive.
Yeah, a bob. That's
a bob.
A dude, right?
Yeah, you have a little guy you wear on your head.
Yeah. Yeah, her with a bob. I honestly like Charlize Theron.
Yes, yeah. That's kind of more on point to me for Camilla.
Someone bet just Charlize can fight. Have you seen her in those movies? Where
she fights? I watched the one on Netflix, The Immortals.
And there's the other one that is in like East Berlin or something like that.
Oh my God, it's not Salt. That was the Angelina Jolie action movie.
It's similar though. It's a mononym with an S.
That was they're like they have a fight down the stairs.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so good.
She kicks ass from the very beginning in that.
She's so cool.
Just limping around. There's a lesbian sex scene in that
Hot.
movie. Yeah.
I think doesn't she then kill the spy or something?
Probably. Yeah.
I think that's what happened. Or the spy
she's
gets
really
killed.
sad about it. I think I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a good movie.
It is a good movie.
So she's Camilla.
So she's Camilla, and then oh my gosh, the woman. Did you ever watch True Blood? Okay, Sookie's best friend is this actress Tara, and she's just like, I think she would be the Judith Deuteronomy character.
Okay.
Because she's just like really ripped and physically imposing and like, I don't know, like tightly wound, you know, which to me fits for that character.
Who else? Gideon is a tough one.
I know. I can't remember who he decided for Gideon last time.
Oh, I pulled someone out of thin air that I thought was
I feel like most actors, the tendency for actresses these days are to be like super wafy.
Daisy Ridley, I thought would be
good
as
Harrow. Yeah. I agree with that.
Who was my Gideon last week? I had someone good, I thought.
I can't remember.
Dang.
Uncastable.
I mean, it is hard. It would be introducing
maybe like
Clare Austen-Smith.
My big break
as Gideon.
My last thought for Gideon would be the other Jessica Chastain, but younger.
Oh, yeah, that would work.
Kill, fuck, marry, fuck, kill.
Marry.
Let's do it with the remaining characters at the end.
People who are alive. Okay. No one. So we have marry, fuck, kill with two people
and God.
All right. Oh, okay. So marry. Marry God.
Okay.
Because,
fascinating.
Then I'd be the queen, and then I'd be very powerful. Fuck Yanthe, and I mean that in the sense of like just get come on, get out of here.
I think she'd be crazy in bed.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And then kill Harrow.
Kill Harrow.
Because she killed Gideon.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
well, she didn't kill Gideon, but
I feel like Harrow's not my type. I think I'd fuck God and marry Yanthe.
Yeah.
She'd be more fun.
Still kill the main character. So great book. We both want to kill the main character.
No,
amazing
we just
book.
don't want to have sex with her. It's different.
Yeah.
Should we talk a little bit about our next book?
Yeah. So the next book we're going to cover is called Best Served Cold.
And Chris picked this one.
I picked this one. It's by Joe Abercrombie.
Of Abercrombie and Fitch.
Fitch is out, though.
Fitch is out.
Fitch left, and the guy got sad and started writing books. And it is a book about a woman who is killed by 7 men. And
they try and kill her.
They try to kill her. And it's a 7-part book about revenge. Yeah.
I'm really excited to talk about it. It's very different than this book and different than stuff I tend to read, so it'll be fun.
Yeah, it's a great book, so I'm excited.
All right. Thank you guys for listening, and we will hope to see you next episode.
Bye.